So now we're going to talk about Dusty output files. Here I have a model that's been run, so I made the input file and then I ran it by putting into the dusty.inp file the name of this file and its path, and then it produces in the same folder, it produces all the output files. In this case there was only one model, one optical depth, so it's just got R001 and S001, and we'll look at these. The .out file is the place you can look. If it seems to not be working, usually it produces a .out file, and that lets you see what's going on. So here we have the .out file. The first thing it does is to give you back most of the information you put in. So the temperature of the star, the temperature of the dust, the material in it, the size of your grains, and what's the distribution. This is actually coming from info that's in my input file. And then it tells me some interesting information. So it gives me my inner dust radius, and it gives me how that relates to the star, and it gives me the outer dust temperature. There are other things in there as well, but this is all useful stuff. And this is in centimeters, so this is how you can then convert some of the other information that comes out into real numbers. If we look at the R001, this is the radial profiles. Oh, but it didn't make it. Great. Okay, let's look at the S001 file. The S001 file has all these columns. This is wavelength, and we can actually set the wavelength grid if this isn't the right, if it doesn't have the right wavelengths. If we want to fix it, we can. And then it gives a whole bunch of information. This column here, the FIMP, is the input file, input flux. So in this case, it was a black body of 6,750 Kelvin. So that's what that should be. But the important thing is that you get F total. This is the total amount of flux that you get out the other side. So this is your spectrum that you've generated, and you can look at that and see whether it gives you what you think it should be. So basically you want to read this file into Excel or plot it in some other way, whether that's using some sort of package like WIP or Mongo, or where you have some other preferred plotting package that you don't want to plot one of these against the other, and that's your spectrum.